Good morning guys! Kumusta kayo dyan? Andito na naman ang iyong Tita Belle nag-travel dito sa Tel Aviv, Israel. Let's go guys! Wala guys, ito yung ating first day dito sa Jerusalem. So excited na ako guys! Tara, samahan niyo ako, mag-ikot-ikot tayo dito sa sinasabi nilang Old City ng Jerusalem. Tara! History dito sa Old City. Jerusalem has been attacked 52 times, captured and recaptured 44 times, besieged 23 times, and destroyed twice. The oldest part of the city was settled in the 4th millennium BCE, making Jerusalem one of the oldest cities in the world. Israel nationalism and Palestinian nationalism, the selectivity required to summarize more than 5,000 years of inhabited history is often influenced by ideological bias or background. Historiography and nationalism. For example, the Jewish periods of the city history are important to Israel nationalists, whose discourse states that modern Jewish originate and descend from the Israelites, while the Islamic period of the city history are important to Palestinian nationalists, whose discourse suggests that modern Palestinians descend from all the different people who have lived in the region. As a result, both sides claim the history of the city has been politicized by the other in order to strengthen their relative claims to the city. And that this is born out of the different focuses the different writers place on the various events and eras in the city's history. Souvenir shop. Yes. Wow. J'aime bien celui-là. Ah non, moi je préfère pas ça.
Non, mais pour Josie, par exemple, une boîte de Jérusalem.
It's like a labyrinth. Voila, the bread. It's good, that bread. That bread, oh my God. We're breakfast, that bread. Just in front of the door. Yeah. Here's some bread that we have to test it. We have to buy and taste. Uda Soleil. I'm going to buy it to eat, to try. That's sesame bread. Church of the Holy Sepulchre. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre is a church in the Christian quarter of the Old City of Jerusalem. According to tradition, dating back to the 4th century, it contains two sites considered holy in Christianity. The site where Jesus was crucified and a place known as Calvary or Golgotha, and Jesus' empty tomb, which is where he was buried and resurrected. Each time the church was rebuilt, some of the antiquities from the preceding structure were used to the newer renovation. The tomb itself is enclosed by the 19th century shrine called the Edicule. The status quo and understanding between religious communities dating in 1757 applies to the site. Within the church proper are the last 4 stations of the cross of the Via Dolorosa, representing the final episode of the Passion of Jesus. The church has been a major Christian pilgrimage destination since its creation in the 4th century as the traditional site of the resurrection of Christ, thus its original Greek name Church of the Anastasis, resurrection. Control of the church itself is shared among several Christian denominations. and secular entities, and a complicated arrangement essentially unchanged for over 160 years, and for much longer. The main denominations sharing property over parts of the church are the Roman Catholic, the Greek Orthodox, and the Armenian Apostolic, and to a lesser degree the Coptic, Syriac, and Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Following the siege of Jerusalem in AD 70 during the First Jewish-Roman War, Jerusalem had been reduced to ruins. In AD 130, the Roman Emperor Hadrian began the building of a Roman colony, the new city of Aelia Capitolina, on the site circa AD 135. He ordered that a cave containing a rock-cut tomb be filled in to create a flat foundation for a temple dedicated to Jupiter or Venus. The temple remained until the early 4th century. Ayan guys, ang daming pila, ang daming tao, daming turista sa iba't ibang country nandito nagpipilgrimage. After seeing a vision of a cross in the sky in 312, Constantine the Great began to favor Christianity, signed the Edict of Milan, legalizing the religion, and sent his mother Helena to Jerusalem to look for a Christ tomb. With the help of Bishop of Caesarea, Eusebius, and Bishop of Jerusalem, Macarius, 3 crosses were found near a tomb. One which allegedly cured people of death was presumed to be the true cross Jesus was crucified on, leading the Romans to believe that they had found Calvary. The Muslim quarter, Arabic, Hebrew, is one of the 4 sectors of the ancient walled old city of Jerusalem. It covers 31 hectares, 77 acres, of the northeastern sector of the old city. The quarter is the largest and most populous of the 4 quarters and extends from the Lion's Gate in the east along the northern wall of the Temple Mount in the south to the Damascus Gate, western wall road in the west. The Via Dolorosa start in this quarter. The convention of a Muslim quarter in what was then a Muslim majority city may have originated in its current form in the 1841 British Royal Engineers map of Jerusalem, or at least Reverend George Williams' subsequent labeling of it. The city had previously been divided into many more Harat, Arabic Romanized quarters, district, or areas. The city had previously been considered in sections relating to much wider range of medieval groups from the mid-19th century onwards. With the influx of Jewish immigrants, the areas of the city inhabited by the Muslim began to decrease. Ayan, ang Via Dolorosa na to ngayon, puro boutique restaurants na kasi binahayan na nilang lahat at saka ang paakyat yan sa taas. Marami na kang madaanan paakyat papuntang simbahan. We have the Station of the Cross here. So now it becomes boutique. It becomes a boutique shop. And I have so many things here. So, they just be careful not to fall down. Well, I am in the station number 6 here, in the Station of the Cross. Yeah, so the Via Dolorosa, we just come from 8 to 6, the 7, and of course the 8.
Here we have station number 6, the story of the one.
Just be careful because we will fall down in the stairs. We are in the stairs.
Via Dolorosa.
In the Via Dolorosa. Yeah. Oh. That's the one to put that, ano? Wow. Look at
Je sais,
that.
ce qu'on peut lui ramener.
Yeah.
Une main de Fatma, elle aime bien ça.
Ah oui. Il adore.
I think it's someone's house.
Oh, c'est joli ça.
Une jolie robe, là.
Wow.
Et ça, c'est confortable. Alors, en été, quand il fait chaud.
To walk the Via Dolorosa, the most popular route in Jerusalem. The station is located inside the Church of the Holy Sepulchre on the second floor near Golgotha. After entering the church, turn right and climb up the staircase to the second floor. The first chapel you will enter is the 11th station of the cross, where Jesus was nailed to the cross. Fresh juice. Wala, this is the map of Jerusalem. This is Armenian quarter, Muslim quarter, Christian quarter. So this is Muslim quarter, and then Christian quarter, and then Jewish quarter. This Armenian quarter. So we have to do all that here inside Jerusalem. Ayan guys, sala time pa, kaya andito kami malapit sa mosque, sa Muslim quarter. Pero magkatabi lang yan sa Christian quarter. Number 7. Jerusalem is like an Atlantis that sunk into the sea. Everything there is submerged and sunken. This is not the heavenly Jerusalem, but the one down below, way down below, and from the sea floor they dredged up ruined walls and fragments of faiths, like rust-covered vessels from sunken prophecy ships that not rust. It's blood that has never dried. Jerusalem has vastly expanded in the 7,000 years of its existence, including in the past 2 decades downwards. Beneath the old city, one can already walk hundreds of meters underground, pray in subterranean spaces of worship, and see shows in subterranean caverns and holes. There are plans in place to dramatically increase this area, essentially restoring the true ancient city beneath the visible one, Jerusalem below ground. Critics claim the project oversimplifies the narrative for the complex Jerusalem reality underground. No stones are thrown, no rubber bullets are fired. The only light is artificial, shining on the places that the designs decide to showcase. The excavations are also geared precisely to the glorious ancient strata of Jewish Jerusalem while skipping over Christian and Muslim strata, and Muslim spaces being open tend to undergo a process of Judaization. Thus, for instance, a Mamluk bathhouse became the journey to Jerusalem Hall. At saka guys, dito matatagpuan dito ikinulong si Jesus Christ bago siya i-crucified. Tapos dito siya hinubaran sa ilalim na to. Tapos meron dyan na natagpuan silang mga laruan, naglalaro ang mga sundalo or mga Roman soldiers sa damit ni Jesus Christ. Pag manalo sa kanya na yung damit ni Jesus Christ. Ayan. The new space is created below and the old city big difficult questions. To whom does the land beneath the houses actually belong? Is this the right way to study one of the most important archaeological tales in the world by means of complex engineered excavation to the poured to strengthen the houses above the tunnels? Is this just another way to exclude the Palestinians and their story from Jerusalem? Is it wise to dig so close to the Temple Mount when someday someone decide to divide the city between the Israelis and the Palestinians? How will Lower Jerusalem be divided? And do the various groups involved in the excavation have master plan? If so, who is behind it? So until then, our story will end. I hope you enjoy watching. So see you on my next video to be continued.